Laging bukas yung... Okay. Live na to? Sorry, first episode, testing yung mga bagay-bagay. Wala pang opening sting, and I'm not such a good host, and I don't know kung ba't ako yung host, pero yun yung nangyayari. Pero like, I'd like to open up and say na ginagawa ko tong podcast ito para makausap yung mga kaibigan ko. I think yun lang naman talaga yun. And then makapaghuntahan at mag-build ng healthy habits for this post-COVID world na kailangan mag-socialize through yung internet. Tapos, on this podcast, ang mga pag-uusapan na topics ngayon ay Autobio Komiks. Tapos naisip kong kunin yung dalawa sa pinaka well-known na Autobio Comics people. Si Rob Cham, gumawa ng light, gumawa ng stories, gumawa ng madaming tweets na kinakatawanan nyo. And then si Hulyen, queen of Instagram ng UG, paboritong komikero ng Grab. Ipapasok ko sila. Pasok ko muna si Rob.
Ay.
Yan, pumasok na Rob. Tapos okay. Ipapasok ko na si may nag-heart. Fuck, first time yung nangyari. Pasok ko si Hulyen. Hi, Hulyen.
Hi, everyone.
Naka-mute ka, Hulyen.
Okay.
Naka-mute ko.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome sa aking ginawang show. It's called Panel Show kasi komikero tayo, ganun. Yun naman yung tema. Matagal ko na siyang pinag-iisipang gawin, pero kaninang umaga ako lang start i-drawing yung mga bagay. Tapos sabi ko, sige, gagawin ko na ito ngayon. Tapos, ayun, like hindi ako nakatulog. Tapos medyo pagod ako. Kaya, kumusta kayo?
Okay naman.
Sinong ano? Ikaw, kumusta ka ulit?
Okay lang. Nakabali ako dito na pag-usapan.
Ano?
Nagbasa ako ng mythology class. Nagbasa ako ng mythology class.
Nagbasa ka ng So, nag-prep ka ng sarili mo para din sa magiging mabigat.
Hindi ko siya nabasa at all. So, binabasa ko siya bago kanina, bago mag-9.
Okay. Nag-enjoy ka?
Maganda pala siya.
So, okay. So, ito yung...
Hindi ko na siya nabasa.
So, yung... Ano yung binasa mo before that?
Na Ariel Darek? Or...
Na comics, Berlin?
Hindi, yung ano...
Wow.
Yung...
I prepped for this.
Yeah. Yung... Ano ba binabasa ko before ito? Yung Nagata Kabi. Yung binabasa ko bago.
Ano yun?
Yung autobio na lesbian experience.
Yes.
With loneliness. Pero yung ibang book niya yung binabasa ko yung bago.
Like,
alcoholic something.
Okay, sige. Ito yung isang topic na gusto kong i-bring up based doon sa autobio. Kasi obviously nag-autobio tayong tatlo. Kung yun yung rason kung ba't ko kayo kinuha at hindi si Gio Paredes or si yung ibang gumagawa ng superhero comics. Autobio yung topic.
I mean, all comics are autobiographical if you read into it enough.
I mean, that's true. Like, actually, yung isang interesting pala, like, Kobori Kikyam naging mas autobiographical as it went along, di ba? Like, nag-start out as complete Ninja Turtles thing, tapos mas naging, ito yung parang ang lakas ng band. Well, okay. So, yung isang interest ko, okay, sige, let's just bring up, either one of you, gumagawa kayo ng autobio ngayon?
Yeah. Yeah, yung last book release ko, yung ano yan? Fuck, I forgot the title of my own book.
Yung breakup.
Yung Heartbreaks, yeah. Yeah, yan.
That 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago because of pandemic. But yun, sa last Comic-It, nung February of last year. And it was about, yun nga, there's one where it's about breakups. The other story was about romances. Yan. I'm still making one now because the idea of that collection was those were the first 2 stories on a series of autobio stuff. And I didn't plan on making any more autobio stuff, but then just had some personal stuff to work out. And then during the pandemic, ang dami kong ginawang autobio about yung pandemic stuff. Yung mga long horizontal comics that I was showing you. Yeah. Experimenting with Instagram.
Pero hindi mo siya in-upload, no?
Hindi, na-upload ko.
Nakita ba yun? Last year ko ba yun?
Yeah. Yung...
Ito yung red.
Yeah. Yung red.
Parang meron kang pinost na color red.
Yeah. Yun. Those comics na short snippets lang. Tapos, I tried to make a collaborative autobio comic naman nung December yung Things We Miss. Yeah. Na everyone gives suggestions on what they miss about pre-pandemic life, and then yun, just made it into a collaborative comic. Yeah.
Actually, gusto ko yun. Ganda yung mga strips na yun.
Thank you.
Ikaw, Hulyen. Sorry, hindi ko minimi na parang pressure na. Ikaw, anong ginawa mo? Hirap mo,
Check. Autobio ba ginagawa ko? Yung mga
check natin.
Yung mga comic strip, usually na ina-upload ko, ganyan. May ginawa akong bago, pero hindi na siya, yung parang presented as ako yung character na yun. So, technically hindi na siya autobio dapat. Yun, lalabas pa lang siya na comic. Ginawa ko for an anthology. Gagawa kami ng manananggal anthology. Ewan ko pinost ni Mervin yun.
Nice.
# May Nananggal.
Dahil May Nananggal.
In-announce?
Si May. Tapos, di pa ata tapos si Merv. So wala. Tapos na kami lahat. So, si Merv na lang. Hindi pa tapos.
Oh my God.
Sorry kung parang I don't mean to assign naman na autobio agad porket it's personal or like in a way parang like kunyari nanood ka ng stand-up comedy, you don't assume na true lahat yun pero you assume na perspective yun ng tao. So I guess yun yung iniisip ko kapag si Hulyen, ganun. Mas personal na parang.
Parang based on real life. Pero
kasi hindi naman talaga ako bear I mean, yun naman yung...
Hindi kasi ako gumagawa yung parang diary na ginagawa nyo na parang na sinasabi ko na, ito yung nangyari sa akin.
So, hindi ka talaga nakatanggap ng grab? What?
Iba yun. Mahaba yung buhok ng character nun. So, hindi ako yun.
Sige. I mean, we could define what an autobio comic is muna. Like,
okay.
It's yung authors telling their stories as comics. So, my examples would be, I have one here.
I guess
it's by this comic artist, Josie Nicolas.
I hate this. It's like, labas mo na yung photo album at saka yung tang. Painumin mo yung bisita.
Oh nga, remember when you met that huge shadowy figure of yourself?
Those are lies.
Yeah. Pero yun nga, it's autobiographical kasi you're telling your story, pero it doesn't necessarily have to be non-fiction nga, diba?
Actually.
Factual.
Yeah.
Ganun.
It's presented as such and you can make up stuff.
How would you define kung ano yung genre ng slice of life, parang ganun?
Parang ganun.
Or comedy, just in general na comedy, ganun?
I think slice of life kasi it ranges nga, diba, na parang It can be comedy, it can be drama. Depends on what your life is or how you decide to frame your life.
Mm.
It's either a drama or a comedy.
Alam ko na, may definition na ako. Pag yung author, siya din yung bida dun sa comics. O, diba? Di ba gano'n?
Okay, sige.
Pangalan
naman.
din ng character is yung pangalan ng author. Or, hindi ko
Oo.
or parang halatang-halata na, okay, yung author din itong character. Ito, gano'n.
Oo nga.
Okay, sige. Tama.
I really prepped. I have all my
So,
Autobio comics I
Nakas-
bought over the years. Yun nga. Like, I have your collection. The zines
You
that
have
are
yung
in this
rarest
collection.
zines, yung merong cover na colored na nawala na lahat ng files niyan.
Ito ba?
Yung mga rare yan, like minsan ko lang print. I think para sa flip side, meron silang anyway.
I have two different compilations. With
Nakadistract. Nawala
Sorry.
lahat ng thoughtful ideas ko.
Sorry. I'll stop.
Hindi, it's fine. Hindi, Rob, continue. Hindi, napansin nyo sa hindi sa autobio, pero sa mas personal stuff, laging merong eksena na nakahiga sa kama.
Actually.
Like, I think all three of us have done something like that na taong nakahiga sa kama tapos may sinasabi.
I'm checking my own comic available at nag-shameless plug. Wala, meron ako. Oh yeah, meron ako. Here, oh. Me on a bed thinking about life. Di nakahiga. Shit. Okay. I'm not
Yung
lying
cover
down
ng
here.
UG5 ata, nakahiga.
Sabi ni AJ Bernardo, kulang na lang yung super autobiographical comics with Noel. May ginawa kaming comics dati ni Noel na super autobiographical comics na parang tungkol sa buhay ni Noel na superhero siya tapos babae ako doon or something. So, hindi namin tinapos. Yun lang.
Yan. So we can determine na autobio is just about yung author nga, pero not necessarily fiction or non-fiction. Could be either.
Ikaw ba, Rob? Like, with you personally, ano yung aims mo pag gumawa ka ng autobio? Like, it might be personal or like, ano yung determiner mo? Is it like para mag-entertain lang or like you working through something, ganun?
When I started reading more indie comics, so National Bookstore used to hold a lot of them, na mga Jeffrey Brown, Craig Thompson, and a lot of the web comics I liked were autobio, like yung Overcompensating, Casey Green, Kate Beaton. So I just wanted to do what they were doing. And then, it became more like, kasi yung early strips ko sa stories or yung Tumblr days ko, naging autobio comics kasi I couldn't come up with characters. I could only come up with funny scenarios and I made myself yung main character. So it was a way na I could make comics, I guess. That was yung original purpose on why I made myself a character sa comics ko. Kasi yun nga, I wanted to do that. And then I decided to publish that and everyone knows the story kasi I saw windmills and then thought, yeah. I will always bring that up whenever you have me as a guest.
No, like, I just want to say na parang it's not, ganun din naman yung naisip ko kasi I kept making comics dati tapos hindi ko matapos kasi wala akong ending. So naisip ko gagawa na lang autobiographical kasi at least alam kong tapos yung kwento kasi alam ko yung nangyari. Ganun. Din sa
Hulyen.
Sa comics ng Hulyen, okay, hindi na siya autobio. Tama ba 'yun?
Siguro yung mga strips na yung Hulyen character, yung autobio.
Pero may part dati na sa first few, like yung sa Prayer Panther, I guess hindi yun autobio.
Okay,
Parang, alam mo yun, parang may pinanghahangupan.
Personal.
I guess, ano ba?
Mayroon. Ano ba yung mga autobio? Yung mga strip usually yung autobio. Yung kumain ng donut, mga ganun. Ano yung tanong? So, ako nga, sinabi ko
Bakit,
pa.
ba't nag-move away from, like, bakit hindi mo nakita na ano, like, gagawa na lang ako ng kwento tungkol sa buhay ko? Is it like, masyado bang personal or like, or nakita mo ba kami nila Rob na parang like, naman, nagkukwento na naman yung mga tungkol sa uminom na naman.
Ay, kung bakit autobio ginagawa ko or bakit ko sinasabi na hindi autobio.
But nag-move away na yung from yung character na, as you, but may ganong decision.
Diba? Ayoko kasi na may makabasa kasi sabihin nila, ay ako ba to? Ako ba yung tungkol ba sa akin? Comic mo na to. Though yung bira naman ako gumagamit ng ibang tao. Usually isang tao lang. Feeling ko may minsan, yung ngayon yung ginagawa ko ngayon, ano ba? So, ako gumamit ng Hulyen character. So, parang, gusto ko din gumawa ng kwento na, yung isipin nila hindi yung author mismo yung taong yun. Yung nasa story. Hindi ako exactly yun. I think,
Ano ba masama kung naisip nilang ikaw yun? Hindi ako nagkipagawa yan.
Sorry, relevant mga images.
Ay, shit. Yung mga lahat ng luma ko.
Okay,
lahat ng luma ko. Oo nga, base sa akin. Hindi ko na ma-deny na base sa akin. Okay, kwento lang ba ito?
Sorry. Yung naisip ko lang sunod na araw magagalit ang tao sa akin. Parang si Josel inaway si Hulyen. Nakalagay na sa...
#cancel Josel. Investigate Bear.
May nanonood ba ngayon? Nakakatakot.
Meron.
May mga taong nanonood.
23 people are watching it right now.
May nag-comment ng Hulyen.
Hindi ko na-open yung o yung ako na nga tingnan. Hindi ko titingnan.
Yeah. Yung Facebook Live? Yeah. Okay lang.
So, sorry, gumawa ng characters lang na iba.
Okay. Sige. I mean, yun din naman yung gusto ko. Like, I mean, hindi, ikaw ba?
Saka feeling ko, parang handicap yung
yung
kung ikaw yung character.
Parang, parang, ano ba, siyang...
I mean, tamo lahat ng gumagawa ng autobio dati tumigil. Like, yun yung napapansin ko Kaya natakot
ko. Nakakasawa na. Hindi ko alam sa akin.
Oo, tamo si Joe Matt, tamo si Seth, tamo si sino yung kaibigan pa nilang isa yung mahilig sa pokpok?
Si
Chester Brown.
Si Joe Matt. Si Chester Brown.
Yeah.
May favorite ko yung niya. Yung meron akong Autobio comic na forever ko pinagsisisihan. So, sa National Data, di ba kompleto yung mga Autobio. Tapos, meron doon Gabriel Bell sa Chester Brown. Tapos, yung unang sweldo ko ng office, gusto ko bumili ng comics. Tapos, yun yung pinagpipilian ko, si Chester Brown sa si Gabriel Bell. Tapos, binili ko si Chester Brown.
Bakit? Dapat si Gabriel Bell. You always go with Gabriel Bell.
Tapos naging out of print na yung book ni Gabriel Bell kasi never na ako nagkaroon ng copy ng libro.
Anong libro to? Ito ba yung short story collection niya?
Yung Lucky na una. Lucky volume.
Yun, dude, dun, parang nag-iba yung gawa ko nung nabasa ko yun. Tapos hindi siya autobio Yun yung hindi pa siya nag-autobio.
Autobio na yun.
Dapat pa siya ng mga kwento.
Iba to, baka yun yung mga Cecil Jordan. Di ko alam. Basta meron din siyang short story collection. Tapos lagi ko nakikita mo yung libro ni Chester Brown, ang dami-dami pa ng copies. Tapos yung kay Gabriel Bell, never ko na nakita.
Pinakamaganda para saan pinakamaganda yung bata siya. Yung parang ang wild pa ng ginagawa niya. Tapos parang maganda pa rin yung gawa niya ngayon, pero parang super kumonti na yung like meron na siyang format, kumbaga. Ganun. Like, magkukwento siya tungkol sa nangyari sa neighbor niya, tapos biglang kakainin ng bear or something. Like, di ba ganun yung...
May na siya, parang...
Magic realism.
Oo, parang, I hate my ex, ganun. Tapos mag-hint siya kung sino ex niya. Well, yung mga cartoonist na lalaki.
I think yan, a lot of it is white male problems. Mga comics that we got to read, diba? Yung mga Ivan Brunetti, Jeffrey Brown, Gabriel Bell, Chester Brown.
Ayoko kasing going about race kasi nakaka-relate ako So tawagin na lang natin incel problems kasi I think
maganda ba yung ano niya, yung hindi ko nabasa yung paying for it.
It teaches you a lot about the sex work industry. Yan yung takeaway ko doon.
Yeah, I mean maganda siyang basahin kung gusto mo matuto tungkol sa sex laws ng Canada. Pero masyado siyang rosy picture. So, kasi, tapos nakakatawa kasi parang sa end ng kwento, naging yung girlfriend yung isang tapos ayaw niyang aminin na love, pero parang love na, tapos tumigil na din tapos pag ini-interview siya, pinipilit ng mga interviewer, love naman yan, di ba? Well, ano kasi, napapanot ako, tapos ako si Chester.
Yeah. Pero I feel like you could get a better story or yung shorter, better stories yung my lesbian experience with loneliness.
Yeah. Yun yung sinasabi ko. Fuck ko naman pala sila.
Favorite.
Mas tender yung compared to yung kay Chester Brown.
Nakalimutan ko na ano siya about prostitution.
Yeah.
Pagiging in love sa nanay mo. Daig pa niya si Robert Crumb. What? That's the thing.
Yeah. Yung Robert Crumb's Autobio Komiks is mga fetishes.
Hindi ako nagbasa ng Robert Crumb masyado
Yan. Sobrang about why he has fetishes.
No, hindi naman kasi siya fetish. I mean, yun yung isang nagiging problema sa Autobio. Bakit? At least sa akin personally kaya naging sporadic kasi I think may inherent toxicity sa paggawa sa kanya. Kasi hindi ka maka-move on dun sa mga bagay kasi nagre-relive ka ng mga bagay pa ulit-ulit tapos i-rehash mo lang siya. Tapos i-recontextualize mo siyang parang, may natutunan ako. Pero parang minsan saan fake siyang learning Kasi ang funny thing about Autobio Comics is siya yata yung pinaka walang character development sa lahat ng mga bagay. Tunay na tao yun.
Yeah.
I mean, di ba?
Walang neat structure. Yeah, walang neat structure sa buhay Yeah, so
tapos you can only write in a certain voice naman, hindi mahirap mag-change completely, ganun.
Yeah. So, yan, parang mga pitfalls ng Autobio is you have to make your life interesting. Yeah.
Kahit na hindi interesting.
Yeah,
pero di naman kayo like nag-boy, tas parang, comics ko daw. Ganun ba kayo? Or like, may gagawin kayo, tapos iniisip mo na parang gagawin ko to kasi comics ko to. Parang hindi naman ako ganun mag-isip.
Oo.
No, it's usually minsan after lang. The fact. Na parang pag may nangyari and then I think, okay.
Maganda to comics.
No, like there was this one wedding I went to last year tapos sinabi ng this girl I dated that I ran into in the wedding na I was explaining to her what was happening at that time and then like she was saying, Tana, ba't ganon yung buhay mo parang comics mo? Parang, and I was like, fuck. And I decided na parang, okay, actually, I could make a comic out of our first date. So, yan yung other series I have planned na instead of yung breakups, inverse naman na mga first dates na memorable that I wanna pursue one day. At yun, it's that interesting clearance for me kasi na parang of all yung mga breakup comics ko at Autobio stuff, I always clear it with yung person involved. And then it's an interesting co-authorship even though it's like, we were in love and then gagawin kong comics and then, okay, this is how I I'm trying to share what our story was. Tapos yun, some would be like, okay, I'm okay with this. And there are some na, there was this one incident nung December. I tried to get back with this person and then they said no. So I decided to make a comic about it. And I wrote it. I sent it to her and she told me, fuck off. Ganun. So I'm not making that.
Ano? You didn't put it out, no?
No, I can't. Kasi yun nga, it's a shared thing. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Dapat siningil mo siya ng termination fee ng comic.
Pero nakakahiya kaya na magpapaalam ka. So, parang ganun.
Yeah, that's on me.
Gawin mo na lang fiction.
Na medyo yun nga, parang voyeuristic ka siya.
Okay.
May part sa comics ko na parang kahit at the very beginning yung insinuation ko sa art ay dapat nakakatulong siya dun sa lipunan at saka sa sarili. Pero part of me then feels like ang dami kong ginawa na feeling ko hindi naman nakatulong sa akin. Like personally, like parang masyado akong pinupush yung sarili ko, ganun, physically. So, parang merong part sa akin na parang naging pure, ego, yung dating nung autobio. Tapos parang yun nga, nakausap ko din si yung partner ko about it na parang like, may certain repetition na nangyayari na parang interesting naman yung pinatutunguhan, pero hindi napansin ko parang meron ng tropes yung mismong gawa ko. Tapos parang, am I actually telling a story or am I abiding by yung format ng strip, di ba? Parang nangyari, like sa Peanuts, never makikick ni Charlie Brown yung football. Di ba? Ganon. So, si Bear ba ay ever magkakaroon ng matinong point? Parang yun ba? Kaya,
if it does, it ends the strip. Ganun ba?
para sa akin kasi lahat ng point ng strips ay mali ako eh. Like yun yung joke ko eh. Like yung literal pag sinart mo lahat ng strips para sa akin is naglakad siya, nag-isip siya, tapos may sinabi siya. Ayun, yun lang naman yun eh. Tapos parang paikot-ikot nandun eh. So, ayun lang. Ayun.
Yeah.
Any
to
thoughts?
Answer your question.
Ay, wait lang. Dun sa lesbian, ano yun, lesbian, I Love My Mother's manga na sobrang ganda. Hindi ko maalala, mahaba yung title. Like, di ba may ganong problem doon na parang, does she still keep doing it? Does she still keep doing it? Tapos babasahin mo pa ba siya? Tapos parang merong ethics na parang,
pag na siya, pag hindi na siya nagdudusa, babasahin mo pa ba siya?
Kasi parang, hindi man outsider art siya, pero like mentally ill person siya, tapos hindi siya, parang self-exploitation. Ganon. Di ba may ganon sa first issue na parang,
meron siyang thoughts lagi na ayaw na niya mag-autobio kasi nahiya na siya sa parents niya. Parang mali yung pagkakadepict niya. So parang may yung mga susunod na books na parang nagsisisi siya kasi parang sama ng pagkakadepict niya sa parents niya dun sa book 1. Tapos hindi naman pala ganun exactly yung nangyari. Parang nung time na yun, ganun lang yung isip niya. Pero parang nirevise naman niya dun sa sumunod na books. Pero gano'n nga, parang, inabasa ko yung ngayon, parang, hindi pa rin siya magaling. Parang palala ng palala. Ngayon siyang alcoholism sa bago. Tapos, ewan ko kung ginagawa niya na like, self-destruct siya for the comic. Parang, pag binabasa ko siya, parang, wala kasi siyang ibang masulat na compelling kasi nangyayari sa kanya yun, nasa ospital siya. Ngayon, so parang, may tasulat yun na lang yung sulat niya. Parang gano'n yung dating sa akin. Kaya siya nag-autobio. Parang hindi naman niya sinasadya para lang may ma-comics. More of nangyayari sa kanya yun ngayon. Kaya yun yung kita-comics niya.
Yun nga yung minsan na question ko eh. Parang, May talent ba ako kung yung kwento ko lang ay tungkol sa nagjakulo ko or
Suffering.
something. Like, ewan ko ano, walang makilala na strip specific.
Ang
Ayoko
nabasa
like,
ko na, talaga ay isang buhay, si Julia Wirtz. Parang may alcoholism kasi siya dun sa, yung isa niyang book. So parang,
Yeah.
parang na-realize siya na, minsan parang may mga ginagawa siya na parang ginagawa niya lang kasi maganda siya comic or ewan ko.
Yeah.
Or nag-rehab ata siya or something. Kasi yun yung ginawa comic yun.
may
Ako
tao
nice.
na nagsabi sa akin dati na parang, we can write about it later. Tapos nagalit ako. Like, nagalit ako ang haba ng sinend kong text. You don't write about things like that. You have to live your life as if ganun. Tapos parang ang incel ko talaga. Pero,
It wasn't me.
Ikaw
by the
nagsabi.
way. It wasn't
Ha?
me.
Ikaw nagsabi nun na, o ikaw yung
Hindi.
sinabihan.
ako yung sinabihan. Tapos na-offend ako.
Nawag
Kasi
mo,
parang, fuck
nawag
that.
mo siya sulat
Ako.
agad.
Like,
Later
parang,
mo na siya isulat.
let's do something weird kasi parang it's dahil Wong Kar-wai movie. I have never watched a Wong Kar-wai movie, so hindi ko alam kung tama yung aking analogy, pero like, parang parang some artsy shit ganun.
If we're referring to the same incident, di siya Wong Kar-wai film na
Something Love Diaz. Ewan ko anong sinasabi ko talaga. Pero
alam ko,
something,
pero I'm just saying they were mistaken.
something
if they-
na something na
Ano?
it's so freshy, malikhaing pagsulat 101.
Man, yung tone ng life mo parang
Nag-share lang din ako ng ganon kasi nag-share ka din ng cringe na story. So tatapatan ko ang bawat cringe na story nyo ng isa kasi like nakikiramay ako, one-on-one ako sa inyo. Anong naramdaman mo nung nag-no siya dun, nung nag-fuck off siya?
yan, just that I made a mistake talaga trying to make it into a comic. It's not supposed to be. Yeah.
So, pero like, when you were doing it, was it like, it's more catharsis or it's more like, this is a great idea na parang will work out?
It was catharsis, but also I was in a bad place talaga.
Mm.
Yeah, and you know what happened to me in December. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yan. I remember this one time na someone knew about yung comics ko, and then we're trying to date, and then she said in the middle of dinner na parang, are you gonna make a comic about me? And I'm like,
Not
like-
now.
You
yeah,
should write
parang-
about it later.
Lul.
and like I don't really make comics about everyone I date naman. It's just like, yeah. So I had to reassure them na parang, no, I'm not gonna do that. I don't do that anymore. And that was years ago. Here I am doing it naman. Not about her. It's just working out
So,
stuff.
sabihin na wala ako na date na nagbasa ng comics ko. I think actively galit sila dun sa gawa ko nung hindi ko babasahin yan, Josel. Ang daming words. Ano ba?
Man.
Ang pangit. Ito. May ginawa na ba kayong comics to sa Tikbalang?
Teka.
I think ikaw, Rob, meron.
Nasa Pico.
Tikbalang.
Meron nga Tikbalang dun, no?
Yeah, I
May
put a
rabbit
horse.
yun.
Yeah, pero may Tikbalang cameo dyan. Yeah.
Okay. Kasi,
Fallen death, like silent all of us. Tikbalang. Hi.
ito yung, sige, tingnan natin yung mga chat.
Mga
Okay.
comments about
Sige, tingnan
Tikbalang.
natin. Tingnan natin. Sabi ni Toto, hi Toto, na libreng comics. Paki-PM na lang sa akin yung comics, Rob. Ano to? Deal ba to?
Yung
Yung
script.
breakup comic?
Yeah, yung script na fuck off.
Script pa lang pala. Hindi mo pa naman din
Kahit
Tapos yun,
huwag mo na
I
i-draw,
deleted
kahit
the file.
off na lang na part eh. Masakit na eh.
Yeah, I deleted all this. I deleted all copies of the script, so wala na siya.
Tingnan
Hurts.
natin yung, may tanong si Ate Navarra na maganda. Ito. Do you feel that the character representing you should be better at life than you or worse. Wala pang nagagawang comics na magaling si Bear. So,
I
Rob,
think I think unintentionally you try to make yourself look better than you are. So ako, like I
I feel like-
unintentionally
sorry.
make it better. Like a better me. Like
I feel
Yeah.
like no, I will say na I think na you actually present yourself worse. Like may isang kang ginawa na I feel like ang nagalit ako in a way kasi parang hindi to tama, like Rob's so great ganon. Pero like syempre yung I feel like pag autobio you try to Charlie Brown natin lahat ng sarili natin. Kasi wala namang gumawa ng autobio na parang ang galing ko, haha. Like, oh,
Diba? Feeling ko mas hindi ako like as comedic as yung persona sa comics. Parang hindi ako ganun in person. Hindi ako as in nakakatawa as in the same way na nakakatawa yung cartoon version ko, I think. So, better ba yun? Hindi ko alam. Pero kasi may purpose siya, kaya siya nandun sa comic na gano'n. Parang comedy talaga yung purpose niya. So, ayun, baka nga gano'n, in-edit ko. Parang nung nangyari siya sa akin, hindi naman siya gano'n as, wala siyang punchline nangyari sa akin. Pero pag nung ginawa ko na siyang comic, biglang nakakatawa na siya. So,
parang injection mo ng kalutangan mo eh. So, kailangan mo lagyan ng beats talaga, di ba?
Yeah, real life doesn't...
wala akong beats in person. Yung comic version na yung comic version yung
Yeah. Wala tayong comedic timing sa real life. Parang, teka, everything's moving. Alright, sorry.
I think sa tatlong I guess tayo yung tatlo na merong representation ng sarili, quote unquote. I think ako yung pinaka parang marunong naman palang umiti si Josel or like hindi naman pala yung English si Josel ganun. I think si Rob has the closest na parang like na meld niya yung comics persona niya sa online persona niya. Like nakikita ko nag-shine through talaga din yung nahihiya ka ba, Rob? Or like, nagagalit ka sa akin? Yun yung nararamdaman ko pag nilabas mo yung tangin ng scenes ko.
No, I really need to pee. That's all.
Go.
Yeah.
We'll read yung mga nakasulat dito.
Yeah. I'd say, di siya, I don't know, not a persona. You know me na parang I really hate being misrepresented or misunderstood. So parang lagi akong obsessively, compulsively, like, I shall be myself no matter what.
Tanda ko dati nagalit ako nung ginawa ni Adam yung intro ng libro ko eh. Kasi sabi niya semi-autobiographical. Tapos sabi ko, tunay lahat yun. Naramdaman ko lahat yun. Tapos parang, well, hindi naman ikaw binaril na isang shotgun or anything. Parang, I guess semi nga siya. So like,
semi-automatic.
Tumigil na akong gumawa.
Di sa shotgun bio. O semi-automatic bio. Teka, be right back.
Nag-comment si Giihi ka lang. So nag-comment si Bong Redilla na Tikbalang na Autobio. May mabigat ako sa yung question, Hulyen. Okay. Gagawa ka ba ng manananggal comic kung hindi ka niyaya? Like, may interest ka ba sa manananggal prior?
Ano ba na una? Hindi ko alam sino hindi siguro. Pero buti na lang, may manananggal comic kasi yung kwento na ginawa ko dun, hindi ko kailangan maging Hulyen characters. So, gumawa ako ng ibang characters. Hindi ko kailangan magpaalam like si Rob sa mga tao na gagamitin kita or whatever. Hindi. Ayun.
Ikaw, Rob, like,
What?
Teka. Kailangan mong pag-isipan. Tinanong ko si Hulyen kung would she make a manananggal comic kung hindi siya niyaya gumawa ng manananggal na comics kung may prior interest siya. Ganon. Nga ba, ikaw Rob, ba't hindi ka pa, wag gumawa ka ng
Hindi, meron ka
manananggal
yung
na
isa
comic. Right?
Meron ka din yung
Sa isang
folklore
anso.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, may
Yung
folklore.
cautionary fable.
Yung may nasunog. Ay, ano ba yun?
Yung
may
Alan.
Ay,
Yeah.
ayun, yun.
Yeah.
Tama ba? Or ano ba yun? Southeast Asian? Or Filipino folklore ba yun? Hindi,
Yeah.
wala akong alam sa mythology.
Yeah.
Yun yung paboritong mythology ng mga tito eh. Lagi na sinasabi Alan na.
Ano?
Okay, sige. Never mind. Rob, Alan.
Yeah. That was my first stab at mythological creatures comics. Yung The Hunters in the Land. Because yan, I found it through, isa pang controversy to actually, na yung Aswang Project, di ba? It's not run by a Filipino. So like, yung mga Philippines were like, dapat may authenticity, mga ganun. Pero that's where I found yung a lot of resources for that project eh. Because yung Cautionary Fables and Fairy Tales, they were asking for stories about local myths and legends. So I was looking through what was interesting na di pa nagawa. So I had to look sa Aswang Project for mga resources because we all know yung staples, yung Tikbalang, Nuno, Duende, and then I found this na bat person creature creates babies from human remains, feeds on fetuses, mga ganun. So I wanted to make a story about that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying maganda yung resource yung Aswang Project.
Yun yung parang medyo...
Pero alam mo yung white person yung nung ginagamit mo siya. Alam mong white. Hindi ko sa Aswang.
Yeah, he wasn't hiding it. It's right there sa about portion ng Aswang Project. Yeah. Canadian something.
Canadian fanboy ng Aswang.
Si Michael DeForge ba yun?
Michael
Filipino-Canadian yun.
So, can I just say, sobrang mahal ko yung kanyang aswang na, yung kanyang
Hindi ko ba nabasa? Meron siya aswang.
manananggal na kwento.
Yeah.
Nahanap ko
Saan
Iniba
siya?
ginawa.
Saan siya lumabas? Sa anthology lang?
Yeah, sa Luz.
Nakita ko yung pages online. Ewan ko paano ko nabasa.
Someone sent me copies of Luz. Tapos nandyan yung comic niya about that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do you think na ang hirap i-phrase nitong question na to? Like, is Pinoy myth just a genre na pang-inject na makagawa tayo ng comics tapos mabasa ng tao? Kasi ano naman na yung isang ano na yun ay kinuha mo for isang specific project na sa myth, ganon. Pero like it feels like it's something in vogue na ewan ko. Like, can you like talk to that? Para lang, kasi I have a jumble of thoughts about it. Eh. Kasi personally, I feel like it's a...
Yeah. It's unavoidable to inject our culture into our stories. As in, yan, mga horror comics from before, they had aswangs, yung mga Shake, Rattle, and Rolls, mga earlier films where they encountered Filipino monsters talaga. So I don't know that it's something na we'll ever get enough of. You know what I mean? Because there are so many ways to tackle mythology. Eh. Yung, for example, we have Trece, we have mythology class, we have Manik Sabrera's 12. Merong mga stories dyan about mythical creatures. Yung 14 was all about yung folklore natin eh. Yung children's books natin, yung How the Pinya Came to Be, yung super old movies, horror comics, ang daming examples of mythology having been a part of Pinoy culture for the longest time. Yung movie na The Manananggal in Apartment 2B, mga ganun. So it's not something we're drawn to. It's really just something that's a part of cultural products talaga, diba? We talk
Kailan
about
kayo,
the monsters.
can I ask, kailan, ano yung first experience ninyo sa, like, saan niyo una narinig yung first experience niya sa Filipino myth? Kasi like, kunyari, si Budgetan, I think he's on record as saying na parang, kwento sa amin ng katulong ko yung mga ganito na to as a kid, ganun. Kayo, like, ito wala, like, hindi to like any, that's just parang katuwa. Tito boy ako ng comics, ganun.
Mga ganun din. Parang mga nasabi ng nanay. May nangyari sa nanay ko dati, hindi siya makalakad. As in, bigla na lang, ewan kong gout or, basta as in arthritis or something. Basta kasi sabi nila noon, nanuno siya or something. Tapos magpatawas. Yung, ano yung tawag doon?
Yung...
some fake healer people na, ayaw ko may ginagawa sa kanya. Hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari sa medical condition niya na yun. Kasi nakalakad naman na siya eventually. Pero may yun yung mga time na gano'n. Kaya nangyari sa iyo kasi nagwalis-walis ko dun sa nagaloma. Mga gano'n.
I wonder kung yung natawasan siya is parang nilublob yung paa niya sa tubig na may tawas, so nag-ayos yung balance ng purines, yung crystal. Kami gout kasi ako eh. So parang na-draw out yung purines. Tapos parang wala na yung nuno.
Kung parang may ginawa sila yung mga pinapatakan-patakan ng kandila. Mga ganun.
Yeah.
Saya nun nung bata ako.
Sa
Ikaw, Rob?
akin, movies, yung mga nasa Cinema One, mga nasa ABS-CBN, mga horror shorts na nasa TV. Again, the most I got from mythology, yung parents ko kasi didn't talk about that kasi I don't know why. Pero yung mga katulong, mga kasambahay, they would say, yun nga, there'd be a bat screeching outside and then, nandiyan na yung aswang, behave, mga ganun. Pero I haven't really experienced that na... Yeah. But also there was yung mga rumors sa school na parang haunted yung school and then there's a ghost in the third floor, mga ganun.
Yung paleted tree.
Yeah. May mga namatay na students, ganun. We're doing ghost stories na. Sige.
Kailangan ka off yung ilaw.
Nakakita na ba kayo ng...
Welcome to the Midnight Society.
Kita! Ay, shit. Hindi lang mo.
Guys, ito yung magandang gabi comics. Okay.
Wala akong ilaw at all.
No more shiny faces.
Ang shiny
Nakita na ba kayo ng sinapian?
Ano yun?
Ay,
sinapian ng multo. Nagalit.
I have not. I've never seen a ghost in my life.
Hindi. Taong sinapian ng ghost.
What?
Pwede kasi nung high school may sinapian yung kaklase ko 2 beses. Wala. Like, nasa likod ko siya, tapos biglang
meron na
payat niyang babae, tapos parang 5 babae pinipigilan siya, tapos parang, ganun. Ang lakas nung demonyo, nung super strength, ganun. I thought na mas worth it na pinatay ko yung ilaw, pero like, napakaikli lang naman ng kwento. Tapos tanda ko, umuwi ako sa bahay. Like, parang nag-cutting classes ako, tapos sabi nung nanay ko, bakit ka umuwi? Tapos sabi ko, may sinapian eh. Parang, okay. Tapos yun, end of story. Yan lang.
Actual siya sinapian or ayaw niya lang pumasok.
Kasi sinapian din siya nung nagiinuman kami dati. Like, meron talagang naniniwala.
Parang yung mga, yung mga nagsasalita na Santo Niño. Yung nag-voices na.
Para siya nag-roar. Tapos ang lakas niya. Like, nakatakot. Like, umirit ako. Tumalon ako na sa plaza. Like, ganun. Kasi ang lakas ni Ronald. Ganun. Yung ate ko, nung 90s kasi to eh. So, lahat ng mga tao nanonood ng MGB, di ba? Like, nakakita daw sila ng duwende. Pero like, sabi naman ng ate ko, parang hindi, mga bata lang naman kami. Tapos parang sinabi ng best friend ko nakakita siyang duwende. So naniwala ako. So akala niya daw din nakakita siya ng duwende.
Parang nakikita lang.
So sa tingin niyo ba plinegerize talaga ng treasure yung Tikbalang scene?
Is it?
Hindi ko pa siya
Is that
nabasa.
the issue? Ano ba yung context? Alright.
Pinag-usapan din namin doon sa other podcast. Tapos parang mas matino yung mga sinabi ko dun. Dito parang light lang tayo and like I just wanna say na parang I don't want fans ng 13 or fans ng mythology class to parang be angry at each other ganon. Kasi you have to remember na parang ang pataas na anod ay itinataas lahat ng barko. Okay? Hindi porket hindi nagka-Netflix deal ang mythology class ay hindi siya it's just a very complex issue na parang madaming personalities involved and it's not just parang ninakaw nito ganun. So anyway, you guys have any takes on it? Mag-start tayo kay Hulyen kasi sinimulan ng basahin bago mag-start yung podcast.
Hindi ako umabot din sa scene na may Tikbalang na tumatakbo.
Naiisip ko si Hulyen nagbabasa
Nakita mo
bago
yun?
pumasok dito sa
Shit, hindi ko pa nababasa.
Yeah.
Pero nakita ko yung pages na yun. Nabasa ko yung 13, yung drag race lang ba yung may Tikbalang sa highway sa 13? Or may iba pa?
Yung drag race.
Parang magkaiba kasi.
Yeah, yung Tikbalang scene sa mythology class, parang encounter with a strange creature. Na may plot na they're trying to tame it, ganun. Yung Tikbalang race sa 13, parang,
Yung
how
isang,
cool can we make this? Parang ganun.
parang ganun nga eh. Saka hindi nga siya, di ba nakasakay siya sa kotse?
Oo.
Nakasakay siya sa kotse, tapos, nung nauna na si 13, saka lang siya lumabas na Tikbalang po. So, technically, nagda-drive na Tikbalang yung sa 13. Tumatakbo. Pareho lang sila sa daan. Hindi ko alam.
Yep. Pretty much it. Kasi why race as a horse when you have horsepower sa Ferrari? Mga,
Oh.
I don't. They're so vastly. I don't know. Okay, so here's my take on the issue. Na from what I understand, they work together. Ada shared the idea, and then mythology class came out with that scene. That was years later. Budget came out with his own take on it, diba? So parang it's not like inunahan, and also it's not like yung horse on a highway or Tikbalang on a highway or encounter with a Tikbalang would be. There are so many ways to execute that, pero one of the more, as in like it could be something that you would land on if you're thinking, how can I incorporate a Tikbalang into the modern day? They like to race. I'll have them race the protagonist. So parang I don't see why it's so precious of an idea, given it's so potentially like throw a dartboard on a wall, lands. What can a Tikbalang do? Alam mo, yung mga wall of ideas. So parang they could race on NLEX, they could race on a highway, they could race along EDSA. And then, if I were to do it, ito, mag-race yung Tikbalang sa Skyway. Tapos yun, he will attack all the rich. Anyway. Sorry. Anyway. Maybe what I mean, di ba? Na parang, it seems...
Masyado siyang common. Or,
parang...
kasi kabayo, di ba? So, parang common sense na tumatakbo sila. Nag-racing sila. So,
sabi ni Avid Leon Goren, director ng Saving Sally, Rob, pakilagyan ng Tikbalang yung pinapunod settings. Okay. First of all, sir, this is a work-free zone. Hindi nyo pwedeng utusan yung... on the clock ka ba, Rob?
No. I've been working on it nga since kanina. So like, yeah, it's fine.
I think, personally, and nasabi ko na ito sa kabilang podcast, I feel like, hindi siya tungkol doon sa Tikbalang. I think it's because at least ayon dun sa reading ko ng tweet ni Cynthia Are,
Personal
is
thing.
isipin mo na you brought this idea and then people like didn't support it pero you still put on yung logo ng Alamat and then years later everyone's doing the same idea. It's really that, pero like people are latching on it. It's like
Okay.
it's not plagiarism pero it's like parang tang ina nyo at ginawa nyo tong ayaw nyong idea ko before tapos parang
Tapos ginagawa nyo. Parang gano'n.
Oo. Pero
Parang ganun
also
yung editing.
hindi naman necessarily like mustache twirling villain si Budget. It's just I think they're two guys na hindi magkabate. Like I think it's like a really complicated relationship na parang they're all both young people nung 90s and parang mga malalim yung pinaghuhugutan. So I think sa mga taong parang taking sides, you also consider na you're taking sides on something na parang
We don't
mga
know what
tao.
happened.
Yeah, you don't know, and it's not just about yung Tikbalang. Ganun.
Yeah.
Although it's a really bad way to express yung disdain or like the pagkagalit mo dun sa tao. Kung parang kunyari nagalit ako kay Rob. Parang, ha? Ang hindi ba nilang ginawa niyang tao yung bear dati? What the fuck? Like, how dare you? Ibalik mo sa akin yung zits.
Sabi mo, hindi ka na mag-autobio. Bakit ka nag-autobio?
Sabi mo, pangit yung Autobio. Tapos biglang bumalik ka, ginawa mong Chinese man yung bear dati.
Oh my God. Giselle.
No, kasi you're Chinese. Yun naman yun. That's the joke. You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's the funny thing about yung Autobio or like personal. Para meron kong auto-copyright kasi literal buhay mo. So parang kung may kumopya nun, sobrang weird.
Actually, yun nga tayo na may nabasa ako somewhere na parang pag wala kang maisip na story, parang pwede mong gawan yung buhay mo. Kasi wala naman siguro may magkakapareho siguro, pero parang pag yung story mo yun, parang automatic na original mo siya kasi nangyari siya sa'yo. So, unless yung nangyayari sa'yo is the same as everyone.
Ano? Teka, papaulit, pa-dissect.
Hindi, pag hindi ka makaisip ng story, parang pwede kang kumuha from your own life. Tapos yung gawin mo story.
Yung pinakaayaw ko yatang trope sa Autobio is yung parang, oh shit, kailangan kong gumawa ng comics. So gagawa ko ng comics tungkol sa, oh shit, kailangan kong gumawa ng comics. Parang like, fuck, lahat na nakabasa na ako lahat na.
Parang never pa ako nag-drawing na sarili ko na nag-drawing.
Yun na lang lagi ko ginagawa eh. Kahit yung thumbnail na tangin ng ano na to, nagdo-drawing lang ako.
Nagdo-drawing ka na someone na nagdo-drawing.
Teka, nag-fact check ako.
Hindi ata inisip ko eh. Kaya yung time na drawing ko yung sarili ko na nagdo-drawing ako.
Okay, may question. Ay, mag-hi tayo kay Jess Guan ko. Hi Jess. Sabi niya, horse and run. Shout out. Shout out sa isa sa mga komikero out there.
Shout out.
Ginawa niyo yung comics na problems that we don't talk about? Or like, ano yung,
that's one.
Title?
Things
we don't
Nasa ko yun last year. Super nice ko.
That's one. Tapos meron din
may bago siya sa Finland.
And yung Provinciana Problems, may bago.
May isa pa pala chapter yung Things We Don't Talk About.
Yeah.
Yung isang friend naman yung
Nagka-chapter 2, nakita ko yan.
So
we have to talk about things we don't talk about kasi maganda yung comics.
Yeah.
Naman yun.
Check it out. It's on PenLab. Ganda siya.
Ito lang yung comics sa katabi ko ngayon.
Wait, kukuha nga ang comics.
Pinabasa ko siya.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I found it, Giselle, yung colored cover that you were mentioning.
Gusto ko yan. Yung pinaka-ayaw na issue ng tao. May binili akong comics galing kay Hulyen na binibenta niya.
Ginasap. Autobio yan, di ba?
Tayo na, hindi ko mabasa.
Tanga na. What's this? Yung most daunting autobio comic I ever read was yung Drifting Life.
Yung kayo.
Sarap pa yung basahin nun.
Ang ganda ba?
Ang haba! Yeah,
Ang kapal
sobrang
na
ganda.
kasi.
Sobrang ganda. Sobrang ganda. As in, like, fascinating life talaga yun. Worth reading. Ano yun? Yung parang Osamu Tezuka ng indie manga. Grabe.
Natatawa ako dun sa comics na yun kasi parang pag dun ka nagsimula, tapos yun yung major work na lumabas sa US, di ba? Tapos,
Hindi yung actual short stories niya.
pag binasa mo yung actual short stories, para merong mekaniko, tapos nabagsakan siya ng kotse habang pinagjajakulan yung babae dun sa kabilang building, tapos parang ang layo dun sa Drifting Life kasi sobrang
I'm glad I got to read yung work niya muna before Drifting Life. Yeah.
yun nga eh. Parang,
Nabasa ko naman yung Pushman.
yun nga eh. Parang, what the fuck, ganun.
Tapos inspiring siya dun sa Drifting Life. Siya.
Yung Drifting Life, parang siya yung pinakataong malayo na maka-experience ng mag-aayos ng kotse tapos babagsak ka ng chassis. Tapos, ang weird, kasi ang haba niya, hindi man weird, pero like wala siya nilagay about yung personal life niya at all.
So pure about
kapal na libro. Like, tungkol lang lahat sa paggawa ng manga.
Yeah. You gotta structure it somehow.
No, I mean, it's like, ang dami niyang nasulat in spite of not really, like, hindi ko alam ugali niya at all.
Yeah.
Ang alam ko lang, takot sila sa babae nung nag-life drawing class sila.
Or yan yung personality niya talaga. Sobrang workman stuff niya. Could be. Yeah.
Have you guys read anything interesting lately? Itataas ni Hulyen yung mythology class.
Yung autobio ni Junji Ito.
Parang nabasa ko siya. Berlin yung binabasa ko na natapos ko recently.
Natapos mo na siya, no?
Oo, natapos ko na.
Ganda.
Ano binabasa ko lately? Hindi ko binabasa, tinitingnan ko lang eh. Like, bumili lang ako loose copies ng Suicide Squad. Tapos parang titingnan ko siya, tapos parang, wow, hindi pala kailangan ganun ka-detailed. Pwede mong bilisan ng drawing. Okay. Kayo ba? Gusto nyo pa mag-usap? Any more thoughts? Ganun. Meron ba kayong naisip na topics na mapagdidiskusyonan? Kasi parang ang bilis pala nating nasolusyonan yung problema ng internet eh. Hindi naman pala kailangan maglabas ng article.
Yeah. No, like, may isang comment dito na parang Ari has been blocking people.
Nasaan yan?
Are we part of the victims of the block?
May nagtanong?
Si Avid. Like,
yun hindi ko maintindihan. Akala ko racist lang.
Rapid Black Party.
Sa Rapid Black Party ni sir. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like we might be if he sees this.
Oh, sure.
Kasi, yun nga.
Wala talaga ako anything against him. Natatawa na aliw lang ako dun sa away.
I think it's just like this publicized na like sobrang personal na away. Tapos parang nagigilang siyang pinapalang issue. Tapos may mga tao na ginagamit yung issue para i-launch yung podcast nila. Putang ina lang nila.
I mean,
mabuti lang naman pala yung sasabihin.
I had 5 different people message me that today nga na parang, ano yung nangyari kay Arietta?
Okay.
Yeah. So I had to explain yung whole thing as non-biased as possible. May spiel na ako. Okay, here's what happened. They used to work together.
Baka baka marketing to ng Netflix.
Oh my God.
Joke lang.
Yoko.
Ang lalim naman ng marketing na yun. Parang like,
Mahilig kasi yung mga komikero sa away. So, gawin natin.
nahilig ba? Talaga? I didn't know that. Wala namang nakakaawa eh.
Tara, feud tayo, Hulyen. Would you say?
Oh my God. Teka. May nag-message din sa akin yung neighbor ko dati. Tapos parang, ano meron kay Are? Tapos, sabi ko sa kanya, naglalagay ako ng unsweetened chocolate dun sa aking drip coffee. Tapos ang sarap. Yun yung sinabi ko sa kanya. Kaya in-explain ko din. Parang, it's like a personal thing. Ganun. Pero how personal can it be kung nagka-Netflix deal yung isang tao? Like, I think may ganong, tulad nga na sabi ko, yung unsweetened chocolate butter, nakaka-bitter. Ganon. May ganon nangyayari. Paano kung...
Ba't ka ganito?
What?
As your best friend. Tana, Giselle.
Ano? You can't take someone down who's like at the bottom. Ganon. So parang, I'm not,
My God.
we should talk about this. Ikaw ba, Rob? Ano ba?
Ano?
Hindi, wala. I mean, I think that's pretty much it na wala na naman ibang masasabi. Unless, tingnan natin kung may mga topics pa na masasabi dito.
Yeah.
Oh, isa prank daw sabi ni Toto. Ganun. Okay. I think you wanna wind this down, Rob. Like, ikaw yung person na laging pagkasama ko pag pauwi na sa bahay or like pag-drive galing sa movie, you'll always say, what did we learn?
Conclusion. Okay, conclusion.
Yeah.
Oh, lagi may conclusion eh.
What did we learn today?
Mm.
Final thoughts.
Magpaalam sa bago sila ilagay sa comment. Joke lang.
Tama.
Shit lang.
That's one.
Natutunan ko na mapangit ang dead air sa isang podcast. Kailangan kong isolusyonan to. Natutunan kong paano naisip ni Hulyen na matatapos na yung isang buong ganong kakapal na libro bago mag-start yung podcast. Kasi makapal siya eh.
Autobiographical class. Hindi, akala ko aabot man lang ako.
Like, I swear, I feel like...
I still enjoy giving that as gifts, as like, check out mythology class, check out Tressa. Like I don't bundle them, pero yan parang magandang intro talaga sa anong klaseng comics yung ginagawa ng tao.
Hindi pare, El Arcangel at saka Tabi po, yun na yung new school ng mga ganyang comics. Yeah, actually, may space naman for all eh. Siyempre yung mga mas they won't liking 90s stuff. I give yung El Arcangel. That sounds wrong. Okay. I give all of these books to everyone. No, actually, lagi ko naman nire-recommend kapag may taong lumapit sa El Arcangel, like magandang intro yan sa comics, and then like I do like mythology class, like undeniable na. Like isipin nyo, like this is a guy who like put his money where his mouth was and just made yung comic during 90s. Like wala ngang publishers noon, ganun.
Yeah.
I think yun yung isang context na nakakalimutan ng tao na parang it's still one of the thickest books out there. Like I swear na parang ganong kadami sa atin nakagawa ng ganong ka like thickly bound book na to that level. And he's made a lot of that stuff. So parang to like
to his credit.
to like parang to always just look at yung logic na parang hindi naman nagme-make sense na yung Tikbalang. The point is not yung Tikbalang running on the highway. That's like a straw man's argument na parang saying na this is the only thing I can point to. Pero like I want you to take notice of yung feelings ko and like how this is this was a personal thing, ganon. Yun lang. May sense yung sinabi ko kahit paano, di ba? I'm not just joking around.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Exactly. That's what we learned today. What? It's a
Sino
personal
matulog?
thing. Yeah. No, I'm okay. What I learned
Sino ba
today
mag-usap?
is ang dami kong Autobio Comics.
Like, nagsisisi ka ba sa dami ng autobio na nabasa?
Hindi, it's like it's a neat genre talaga. It's like lots of people have different lives than us, and it's interesting to read them. Yeah.
Actually, yung isa na ata sa pinakamadaming. Madami yung autobio ka. Speed ng ibang tao.
Mm. I don't know.
May
Kasi-
instances ba, Hulyen, na na-describe ka as parang si Julia Wirtz. Or like, parang si Wonder Woman or something. Isang character sa comics. Ganun.
may nagsabi na parang November Garcia yung ginawa. Kasi nag-comment dun sa comics. Friend niya.
Pareho yung babae.
As in, galit siya. Parang ginagaya ko daw sa November.
Oh, come on.
Pero, ewan ko,
What
nakita
the
din
fuck?
naman niya. Nakita
Ano ba
niya
yan?
din, nakita
Yan
niya
yung-
din yun.
I'd recommend
Yung
both
ba
of
yung
their
women's
Kaklase
version
niya
ng
ata.
Tikbalang on the highway?
Kaklase niya ata yun sa like same all-girls school. Tapos,
Hulyen meets November.
Nagagalit ako. May taong nagsabi nun na hindi nagagalit, pero parang oh my God. Like, wait, kailangan ko huminga. Kasi parang nawindang yung mundo ko na parang may taong magsasabi, how dare you? How dare you be a woman na gumagawa ng comics? Ganon.
Na Autobio.
Hindi, yung ata, yung setting na all-girls school din ng mga bata. Kasi may ganun din ata may ganun si November dati.
Yeah. For me, yung pagkaiba doon, Phil am experiencing sa kanya eh.
Merong Catholic girls school comic ako na nabasa na Filipina. Na hindi ko maalala kung ano yung name, pero ang ganda ng drawing, tapos maganda yung sulat. Nakalimutan ko sino. Hindi si November Garcia. Like, may mauna na magaling na illustrator din. I swear, I think baka sa Singapore lumabas. Do you know this?
Dito? Kailan lumabas? Like,
I think I have a copy. I know what you're talking about.
Alam mo to, Rob? Yung plaid skirts or something. I just remember it being spectacular. Tapos hindi ko na maalala. It's one of those people na parang, wow, like, I'm glad na she got out of comics kasi walang pera.
I'll find it. I know I have a copy of it. I know what you're talking about.
Local? Or...
Pinay siya. Baka parang
Pinay
galactic
na nasa
type
Singapore.
lady.
Pinay
Yeah.
na
Yeah. Yung, sa Singaporean siya.
Singapinay. I don't know if that's what people are called. All right.
Yeah,
So
pero
we have
like,
all learned. Oh, go. I think we have learned a lot today. Na mali ako. Yeah. Yeah. Good talk. Good talk. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Wait. Yeah, tama. Plugs, Hulyen.
Wala pa. Wala akong bagong org.
Use Grab.
Ayan.
Nagpa-pressure ka ba? Pag tinatanong mo to sa AG?
Sa OG? Wala na nagtatanong so. Wala namang bago.
We.
Ayoko maglabas ng comic strip compilation. Gusto ko gumawa ng short stories. Wala pa ako nagagawa. So, wala pang bago. Yun lang, yung Manananggal comic coming soon.
Yeah. Buy it from Hulyen Publishing coming soon. Yeah. Sorry.
Ikaw, Rob. Ano yung nasa plato mo?
Nothing I can announce so far. Yeah, just buy my stuff when it comes out. Yay.
Pwede ka mag-invento at magsinungaling para kumaba.
Nah, I don't feel like...
Um,
Yeah, wala. Check out my websites. Search for me, Rob Cham. You'll find something. Yun lang. Why not?
Okay. robcham.me
.com.
.com.
I gave,
Okay, sige.
yeah, I gave up the .me kasi I got robcham.com back after years of it being a poker site. And then yung robcham.me naman, siya yung naging poker site.
Gusto ko mag-racist joke. Pwede ba? Close enough ba tayo na mag-racist joke ako?
Hindi. Tell it off.
Bakit
Tell it off broadcast.
hindi siya sobrang racist. Saktong racist lang siya.
Saktong racist. Hindi siya malicious racist. Racist lang.
Hindi siya malicious racist. It's playful and strawberry.
Hindi siya bigotry.
But hindi siya mahjong site. Sorry. Hindi natuwa yung mukha mo. Okay. Sige.
I got into mahjong over quarantine, okay? Sobrang addicted ako sa mahjong.
Hello, okay. Bumalik na ako.
Paano kung online sabong?
Abusive, no? Abusive.
Yeah.
May sasabihin masama, tapos biglang sasabihin, mahal naman kita eh, kaya tanggap. Hindi, joke lang. Next. Thank you.
Nawala si Giselle.
Nakamute ba siya? Oh, shit.
Hindi, na-disconnect siya. We have to end the broadcast.
Paano ito matitigil? Sa Facebook pa rin tayo ngayon. Fuck.
Yeah. So, what we do is we just leave. No, it just goes back.
Wait. Ito na, last na. Thank you sa panonood. Next week, si Adam Davil at si Apple naman at Paul Santa Maria. Pag-uusapan namin yung ginagawa namin comics na hiwaga na Filipino myth tapos may tikbalang na tumatakbo sa highway. Salamat kay Rob Cham at kay Hulyen. Sobrang salamat sa pagtulong sa podcast na to. Sana maulit to. Pag-usapan natin ibang bagay. Sige Hulyen, basahin mo na. Makaabot ka na sana dun sa tikbalang highway scene. Tapos, sige Rob, thank you. I love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Yan. We just end broadcast, pero we can still hang out.